In this video, I'm going to show you how to hollow out an upright acoustic piano to use it as a stand for an electronic keyboard. So this is something that you're starting to see in a lot of churches. You know, it gives you the look of a traditional piano up there on stage, but it also gives you the versatility to be able to run a MIDI controller and use programs like Ableton or MainStage and get a large variety of sounds for your worship service. So the first thing you're going to need to get is obviously a piano, and our church picked this one up off of Facebook Marketplace. We actually found it for free. There was a guy that was moving and he wanted it to go to a church. We didn't tell him that we were going to completely rehab it and take out the guts of the piano, but nevertheless he was happy that it was going to a church. So the first thing we did here for our piano was we started kind of at the top, and there was two screws here that kind of held this larger piece that had the drawer that slid out that had the music stand on it. We just took those two screws out and this whole thing just pops right out. So once you get that piece out, you're going to have all of the keys and the strings and the harp exposed. Next, what you're going to want to do is kind of expose the keys and the harp a little bit more. So pull out any wood pieces that may be on the side that just came out with the screw, and then there's a couple screws here for small pieces here on both sides. Once you get this out, once you get the rest of that wood out, most everything will be exposed, and you can actually start pulling out the keys here, and that will get you most of the way there. Once you get to this point, you're going to want to start to remove the wood pieces here that have these pegs that we're holding on the keys. It looks like for us it's just a flathead screwdriver here. And once we get this cleared out, we'll start to pull off the actual strings and hopefully get back there to the harp so we can take all that out, and the whole thing will be a lot lighter if we're ever needing to move it or anything like that. And it'll also give us more space to house electronics, tablets that may be running our clicks or anything like that. So. As you can see here, we've got the piano completely torn apart. All the guts are taken out of it. The last and most difficult part of this piano gut was removing the harp. We had to take out each individual tuning screw, and there was probably around 200 of them, 88 keys, and then some of the higher keys have 3 strings, so 3 tuning screws. We removed most of those, and then it was still pretty stuck. So what we ended up having to do was just take a crowbar and pry the harp away from the wood, and it finally came out, as you can see here. Now the last step of this project is to sand it down, paint it, and put any new hardware in that we're wanting to, like a flat piece of plywood all the way across here to house our electronics and our MIDI controllers, and then it should be ready to go for the stage. So we'll see.